Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. I've come down to Hexworthy Bridge on Dartmoor today. It's another adventure, somewhere I haven't been before. So I'm going to have a wander around and a little bit of an explore and see what photographs I can find. It's still early in the morning. There's a bit of colour in the sky, and behind you the tops of the trees are just starting to catch the light. It's a beautiful spot. With some luck I might get some wildlife shots as well. But let's see what I can find. Well, I'm not really feeling the photography just yet, so I'm going to take a record shot of the bridge and then have a wander and see what else I can find. So as you can see, I've just got the whole bridge, and I might make this shot into a panorama of just the bridge in the middle. So ISO 50, I've got a circular polariser and variable ND filter on. F11, I'm at 15 seconds. Let's see how that comes out. As you could see, the sky was quite white and uninteresting, so I've cropped this to this letterbox format, which I think looks quite good. And apart from a partial vignette, I've not done anything else to this photograph, so not bad as a start and a record shot. So I've moved closer to the bridge, just going to try and get the reflection of this arch in. I'm just going to mess with the polariser a little bit. Don't want the reflections too harsh, but I want to get the bridge in. That's about right. I'm already focused in on the nearest buttress here. Let's try that. So similar settings to before, which F11 means everything is in reasonable focus, and I like the way that the reflection in the water mirrors the bridge above, and again I've cut out as much sky as possible. Okay, let's have a wander around this bridge and see what there is. As you can see, lazy man's photography today. Parked at the location. There's a footpath that runs up the hill there, and there seems to be some event. I think there's quite a lot of people walking the 2 miles away, so I might follow those for a bit just to see if I can get a better vantage point of the bridge. Well, as I said, I wasn't really feeling the photography, but that really did lead me to look for something different. And I was surprised once I got these photos home how good they were. I quite like this composition and the bridge leading away, and the square format looks quite good. I have taken quite a lot of the green colour out of this photo, similar to this one, with a bit of height above the bridge. You can't see the arches, but you make out the bridge and you've got the sweeping curve of the road leading into the distance with a little bit of a story. Well, I thought I'd just try one more thing before I leave the bridge. I quite like this shot looking through the archways. Might even crop it down even more. So I'm back to ISO 50 f11, 15 seconds. Again, I've got a polariser and a variable ND filter on to get those settings. At the moment, I've not taken off too much of the reflection. I want to see that arch. Let's see what that looks like. Well, by not polarising the shot too much, you can clearly see the reflection of the bridge in the water, but the sky is far too harsh and reflected in the water doesn't make the greatest of images. Well, I wasn't sure about that, so let's just move the polariser a bit more. I'm not sure if that works, but let's just refocus and take the shot. In this shot you can see that the polarizing filter does make quite a difference. Gone is that harsh glare of the sky. You can see a little bit more of the brown colour from the water and the riverbed. And it's also made the colours pop out a little bit more. So in post-process I've actually taken some of the colour out of this shot by reducing the saturation and actually reducing the green colours a little. Let me know which one you prefer, the full colour version or this one. Well, I was thinking of moving on, but I might give it a little bit longer. The light's starting to come through the trees, and as you can see behind me, starting to come down that bank behind me. And I can see some light on the trees through the arches of the bridge. I'll hang around for a little bit more and then maybe go up onto the high moor. Let's see. Well, as soon as I said the light's coming, it's disappeared again. So I think I'm going to put my longer lens on, just have a quick wander down the river here to see if I can see any dippers or any other birds, and then I will go up onto the high moor and see what I can find there. Let's go. well, quite quiet on the river, didn't find much. Saw a goosander, but I think because of the road, there's not much wildlife just along this small stretch. So let's go up onto the high moor, and I might take a walk down to the River Dart from there. This was a shot of the two goosanders I got. Not great, quite some distance away, and because it was quite dull, very high ISO, so a little bit grainy. Well, I've driven up from the bridge up to Combestone Tor. Much colder up here on the moor, and the weather's starting to worsen. Forecast for the weekend was a bright Saturday morning, and then wind and rain for the rest of the weekend, so I think here it comes. So I'm not going to wander far. There's some dramatic clouds just at the moment. I'm going to see if I can get a photograph here at the Tor, and then call it a day. Well, apologies for the sound. It was really windy up on the moor, and I was having to shelter the microphone from the wind. And whilst I was filming, I wasn't going to get any good sound using just the GoPro mic. So you can see what I'm doing. I've seen these rocks, which are quite interesting shapes, and the sky's looking great above them. So it was just a matter of waiting until I could see some light coming through. So this first one, you can see some slight shafts of light coming through the sky. I've certainly used some filters in post-processing on this to darken the sky and bring out some of the shadows in the rocks. Got a little bit closer on this one. Just thought this rock that had fallen off underneath the other just looks like it's holding it up. Nice interesting shot, and I'm just waiting to see if I could get some nice clouds behind it. And then pulling back a little bit, again just waiting for the light to come through the clouds and be in line with the rocks beneath. The clouds were moving from right to left. And if I'd have been lucky enough to get the clouds coming towards me, then I would have done a long exposure shot, had the clouds blurred, giving this sort of effect of rushing across the top of the photo. But that's what it is. Well, it's really cold up here now, so I'm definitely going to call it a day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button, give me a like. But for now, cheerio.